The smooth talking, jive walking, organic banana eating, book offering, the one and only, AdamJosh.com!
Hello! Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Let's let go of the plans that you thought we had made. What's 29 years of a life, anyway? That is Adam and the Josh is playing right now. The song is called So Long 20s. It's available for free on my website, along with many other musical wonders that you can enjoy. My name is Adam Josh. This is the Morning Banana Show. I have a French roast coffee here and an organic banana. And I got some snacks and we're going to get right into it. Thank you to all the people who follow me on Twitter and on YouTube. I'm here for you guys, as you know. It's all for the fam. It's all for the fam. So I'm checking Schumann resonance, and the vibes are cooled down right now, but it was some whiteout vibes on the Schumann resonance frequency. I am not even going to bother looking at the Ukraine live cams because we already know what it's going to be. I was doing that for the last couple of years, and then, you know, everybody is finally catching up to the reality that something smells rotten in Denmark. So we're not doing that anymore. Everybody can kind of understand where I was coming from, having some insider information. I'm going to adjust this camera. Hello, hello, hello. That's my Ethernet cord that you just passed there. All right, so here I am. Morning Banana Show number 151. We've been eating these organic bananas for a while together. And I don't have a lot of time today, but enough to sit down and have a coffee, for sure. Yeah, so what's happened since last time we talked is, you know, I think the last Morning Banana Show I made, my mom was just going into the hospital again. And let's do one of these guys here. I'm just adjusting the always annoying live stream camera. I think one day I will upgrade the live stream camera for the show, just for fun, not anytime soon. I mean, why rush it? Maybe another 10 years. I mean, you have to laugh, right? It makes me laugh how bad it is. You know, we have thousands and thousands of dollars worth of equipment all around, but I have like a $19 webcam. You have to laugh. Anyway, so last time we talked, my mom, she actually called the ambulance or the police on herself and admitted herself into the psychiatric hospital. If you follow me on Twitter at AdamJosh.com, you'll see my pinned tweet right now is one video from another YouTube channel I have where I use the YouTube channel specifically for long format conversations. You might ask yourself, Adam, isn't this YouTube channel that you're on right now for long format conversations? Yes. But with hindsight now in 2023, can you see what I was thinking back in 2010? Like, think of all the people who have been canceled. And now, I mean, over the years, I could have been canceled for many different things that I have said on these YouTube channels that I have. I have about 5 YouTube channels. But back in the day, I thought, well, why put all my content in one basket? I play drums, bass, guitar, you know, I play music. I talk like this in video format. I'm not a one-trick pony, as many of you know. I mean, I'm sitting in my Rust Check shop talking about managing restaurants, talking about my mom, talking about organic, vegan stuff. Like, I'm not just one. I have to live the life of... I'm creating the life that I admire. But, you know, I have to live multiple lives. Not just not just for myself, but also like for my brother, for example, my autistic brother, who has basically been in a home his entire life, 2 years older than I am. You know, I gotta live for that guy. I have to live for all the fam, you know, people who live vicariously through me, and ableism porn watchers. You know, I gotta live for the normies out there who regret and live in regret and wonder what it would be like to have actually been a man, you know, and done hard things. I gotta live for you guys. I gotta live for them. I gotta live for the fam. And you know, all the ladies watching being like, why can't my boyfriend or husband be like Adam? I gotta live for you guys. I'm doing it for you. And I'm doing it for me, most importantly. But also for you, also importantly. If I die, I can't do it for me or you. So I need to take care of number one first, right? But anyway, speaking of mental hospitals. So in hindsight, you might think, okay, that makes sense why Adam has many different YouTube channels. Not many, I have 5. And to me, they all made sense. I was at first putting my music on one YouTube channel, which I think still makes sense. So one YouTube channel that I have, Adam Josh Music, or you can just type in adamjosh.com or Adam Josh on music and you'll see type in Adam Josh on YouTube and you'll see my music. If you look at that channel, you'll see the name of the channel. And then when I set up my YouTube accounts, I made another one for the longer format conversations like we're having now. I called it The Brog. This is not the channel that is on. So there's a whole, I think I'm at 101 episodes of The Brog. And it started out back when I finished reading the Quran over a decade ago. I was reading through the Quran for like the 3rd time, and I started doing these long form conversations back then at a different office. And at that point, I had 2 YouTube channels, and I thought, well, what if I want to do random things? Back then, I was doing Lunchtime with Adam. I was doing the Adams Show. I was learning how to generate content and edit my own video content as a way to flex my video editing muscles. And some of you may know, I went down the rabbit hole of video editing that a lot of younger kids now are just going down. And when you come out the other side, you either do what I'm doing or what they're doing. And what I'm doing is the camera's on. I got 2 cameras, live stream and this one, and we're doing it right now, first take. And when I'm done, it's uploaded. That's it. That's the coming out the other side of a video editing nightmare purge binge thing that people do, where they stay up all night editing their video. I can name names that you would know of people that I know that have reached out to me, and we've talked about this at length. Like, you will sacrifice your mental health if you're editing your own videos. You have to be honest with yourself. And I was honest with myself, and I stopped doing it. So that's about 3. If we're discussing YouTube channels, right? I have 3, and then there's 1 for business and another backup one. So, but one is associated with my phone. So yeah, I have like 5 YouTube channels. And I'm telling you, that's how it happened. It wasn't like, I mean, in hindsight now it makes sense. But if they really want to cancel you, they will cancel all of your things by your name, not by your YouTube channel or your Twitter account. But anyway, if you follow me on Twitter, date. If you follow me on Twitter, my pinned tweet is talking about praying for protection. And that video is from another YouTube channel that I have called the Adam Josh Oral Brog, or The Brog. And in that video, I'm talking about these 4th dimensional beings, jinn, demons, fallen angels, familiar spirits. Here we are in the 3rd dimension, pretending that we understand creatures in the other dimension, in the unseen realms. And we don't even know all the creatures on Earth. I don't even know all the creatures on Earth. There's creatures on Earth that You see new animals from like Asian countries, and you're like, "What the heck is that? I've never seen that." So we don't even know all the countries on all the creatures on the countries of Earth, but we pretend like we have some sort of like esoteric knowledge about the other dimensions. So we all see through like these rose-colored, really like a rose-colored glasses or like dark glasses, and we try to understand what's beyond the veil. Some people do DMT or ayahuasca, and that veil is lifted. They say if you do, handfuls of psilocybin, that you will connect with these other realms. And there's been experiments where people are like hallucinating, mass hallucinations, or joint hallucinations. So there's these other dimensions, and what I'm getting at with my mom is that I'm not a psychologist, I'm not her therapist, so I'm not one to say one way or the other. I think that my mom is seeing something and she's convinced that she's seeing it. They're discussing with her and conversing with her like familiar spirits. And they claim, her hallucinations claim that they are angels. And they've watched her whole life. The problem is, the information that these angels or beings or hallucinations are feeding her is 9 times out of 10 erroneous, fearful information. So if you look at the message, it's overall causing her panic, fear, and anxiety. That to me is demons, low vibe entities if there were. They have very specific and false details about, me dying, my brother dying, her sister dying, everybody's dying or suffering, this type of thing. So it's putting my mom in a state of fear and chaos and panic, which is why the best place for her right now is in the mental hospital. And, I don't like saying that, but it's the reality. I don't see fourth dimensional beings, and I'm thankful that up until now, I have a healthy mindscape, and I have used the fam, the Twitter fam, the YouTube fam, the online presence as a vehicle towards my own personal mental health and a way to give back to those who would be struggling with the same issues. And my whole life story is a story of how I overcame different obstacles put in my life. To that point, I'm writing a book, and it's like 90% done. It's going to get to the point pretty soon where I can start talking about some of the contents of the book and promoting it a little bit more. But for now, the book is still on pre-order, and you can go to my website, to the shop section, and pre-order it. It's $29.95. I'm promising you, as whatever my promises are worth to you if you've been following. I don't promise things, as you know. My yes is yes, and my no is no. Let me promise you a couple things. I promise you it's worth $29.95. I promise you that. And number two, simultaneously, while being worth $29.95, I actually don't need you to buy my book. So go figure that. Think about that for a while. Think about what I'm saying. And this is not a sales pitch. I'm not a very good salesman, but it's not a sales pitch. I don't really need you to buy my book. I want you to buy my book so you can see the details of how I did what I'm doing. Also, it's an investment strategy book, and I would like to share these cool things that I've learned, just like I have been on my YouTube channel, on my Twitter. What have I been doing? I've been helping the fam, helping the Twitter fam, because you guys have helped me. I'm giving back. It's a reciprocal energy exchange. It's always been that way with me. Before other people were doing it, I don't know if you know this or not. I don't know if I've bragged about this before. But, so this format that we're doing right here, where I used to have a show called Lunchtime with Adam, where I would sit at lunch and record videos. Nowadays, you might call it mukbang or whatever. Turn back the clocks and ask yourself, who started that? Who is the first person doing that? Who is the first few people doing that? If you turn the clocks back, you'll find me with the Lunchtime with Adam show and the blog and random video shows that I did. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just saying that I have been credited. I'm not going to name drop the people, but I have been credited with starting what is commonly known as vlogging. Somebody credited me with starting vlogging. And I was like, well, that's a high praise. Thank you so much. I know history, and I know that people have been, vlogging or recording themselves telling stories as long as there's been a way to do it. So I'm not going to take credit for vlogging, but I have been credited with starting what is commonly known as vlogging, which everybody does these days. Do I get royalties? No. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just saying that what I'm saying there is, my point is, I have been giving back in a reciprocal energy exchange to you guys while you have been helping me. And I'm not taking it for granted. I'm trying to help you as you have helped me. It's an energy exchange. I'm trying to keep it so that I'm giving back to you guys. I mean, do I need to? Do I need to do that? That's an esoteric question. Nobody needs to do anything. I don't need to record these videos. I don't need to sell my book. I don't need to even write a book. At the same time, I do need to. I do need to help you guys because I feel compelled to give back. I feel compelled to feed back in the feedback loop so that the energy exchange keeps going. We're storytellers, The whole history of humanity is a history of storytelling. I'm trying to tell a positive, uplifting story about things that I have learned in my life. So with all that being said, yeah, my mom is still in the hospital. It's the best place for her. She's still seeing the beings. It sucks. I visited her on Sunday. At this point, it's not getting any better, and she wants to go home, which I don't think is very likely. We're talking, she's been in the hospital now for like a month, 2 months. They just keep tinkering with her medication. I'm not a psychiatrist, and I'm not a professional, but she's had some high quality psychologists working with her. So, what can you do, Take care of your own mental health. I have prioritized my own mental health for that reason. But anyway, fam, all these things that are going on in the background of my life are coming to a head, and I am going to be able to start talking about them very soon. If you follow me on Twitter, you will be able to see things happening in my life that you have never seen before, and it's all because of this reciprocal energy and focusing on my higher self and my 10.0 version of myself and getting rid of my vices and being vegan, being sober, being no-fap, and working towards these lofty goals that I've had. Some of them I've discussed openly with you guys, and some of them I haven't. Being an author, writing a book, is not what I am talking about. I am discussing it with you openly. I am writing a book. You can buy my book. It's about investment strategy. It might not even be up your alley, but I have woven in stories of my personal life, which might be entertaining for those who are somewhat familiar with me or not. So it will be a good read. Like I said, it's worth your $29 for sure. Anyway, fam, follow me on Twitter at adamjosh.com. If you want to pre-order the book, go right ahead. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye, everybody.